Hey everyone, welcome back to English Vibes. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Liam. Welcome back to the channel where we help you improve your English every single day through real natural conversations.
That's right. And today's topic is something we are both really passionate about.
Yes, because today we're not just talking about English. We're talking about how to think about learning English.
Big difference, right? You can study English for years and still feel stuck if your mindset is working against you.
Exactly. So today we're talking about something called a growth mindset and how it can completely change your English learning journey.
So get comfortable, grab your green tea, and let's get into it. Okay, Liam, let's start with a question. Did you ever believe that some people are just naturally good at languages and others simply aren't?
Honestly, yes. When I was younger, I completely believed that. I thought some people are just born with a language learning gift and I wasn't one of them,
I think so many people feel exactly that way. Like, language ability is something you either have or you don't.
right? And that belief is actually really dangerous because it becomes an excuse to stop trying. Like, why bother if I'm just not a language person?
Exactly. And that's what we call a fixed mindset. The belief that your abilities are fixed, that they can't really change or grow.
Versus a growth mindset, which is the belief that your abilities can absolutely develop through effort, practice, and persistence.
And research actually supports this. Scientists have found that the brain is incredibly adaptable. It can form new connections at any age through consistent practice.
That's such an important point. A lot of people think that after a certain age, maybe after childhood, it becomes impossible to learn a new language.
Yes, the I'm too old to learn English belief is one of the most common fixed mindset thoughts I hear from learners.
And it's simply not true. Adults actually have many advantages over children when learning languages.
Really? Like what?
Well, adults have stronger analytical skills. We can understand grammar rules more quickly. We have larger vocabularies in our native language to draw connections from. And we have more life experience to connect new words and concepts to.
That's so reassuring, actually. I never thought about adult learners having advantages.
Exactly. Children appear to learn faster because they have more time and less self-consciousness. But adults who are intentional about learning can make incredible progress.
So, how do you actually develop a growth mindset when it comes to English?
I think the first step is just becoming aware of your inner dialogue. What do you say to yourself when you make a mistake in English?
Oh, that's such a good point. A lot of learners say things like, I'm so stupid, or I'll never get this right, when they make an error.
Right? And that kind of self-talk is so destructive because mistakes are not signs of failure. They're actually signs that you're in the learning zone.
I love that reframe. The learning zone.
Exactly. If you never make mistakes, it means the material is too easy and you're not growing. Mistakes mean you're pushing yourself.
So instead of, I made a mistake, I'm bad at English, the growth mindset version would be, I made a mistake. That means I'm learning something new.
Perfectly said. That small shift in perspective makes such a huge difference in how you feel about studying.
And I think celebrating small wins is also a really important part of this.
Absolutely. What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, a lot of learners only feel good about their progress when they reach a big milestone. Like, I'll be happy when I'm finally fluent. But fluency takes years. So they spend years feeling inadequate and discouraged.
Right? They're always focused on how far they still have to go instead of how far they've already come.
Exactly. But if you train yourself to celebrate small wins, like today I learned 3 new words, or today I understood a movie scene without subtitles, or today I had a small conversation in English, those moments add up.
And those celebrations actually release dopamine in the brain, which makes you want to keep going. So celebrating small wins is not just feel-good advice, it's actually neurologically smart.
Wow, I did not know that. So our brains are literally wired to respond to small rewards and progress.
Exactly. That's why building a daily habit, even just 10 minutes of English practice, is so much more effective than studying for 3 hours once a week.
Consistency over intensity.
Perfectly put. Small daily progress beats occasional big effort every time.
So, what advice would you give to someone who feels completely stuck in their English learning right now?
First, I'd tell them to let go of the idea that fluency is a destination. It's not a place you arrive at one day. It's a continuous journey that keeps evolving.
That's beautifully said. Even native speakers are always learning new words and expressions throughout their lives.
Right? Language never stops growing. So fluency is really just about feeling comfortable and confident, not perfect.
And that leads to my second piece of advice. Let go of perfectionism. So many learners are afraid to speak because they're waiting until their English is perfect.
But perfect English is not the goal. Clear, confident communication is the goal. And you only get there by actually using the language, imperfectly at first.
Exactly. Every conversation you have in English, even a short one, even an uncomfortable one, is making you better.
And honestly, most people are far more supportive of English learners than we think. People appreciate the effort of trying to communicate in another language.
So true. Nobody laughs at someone for trying, they respect it.
So the growth mindset in English learning really comes down to three things. 1. Believe that you can improve with effort and practice. 2. Embrace mistakes as part of the process. 3. Celebrate every small step forward.
Simple but powerful. And I'd add one more: enjoy the journey. Because if you're only focused on the destination, you'll miss all the amazing moments of connection and discovery along the way.
That's the best one, actually. Enjoy the journey. Because the journey is most of it.
And listening to English Vibes every day is a great start to that journey.
Couldn't agree more. All right, let's review some really useful words from today's episode.
Great ones today. First word: mindset.
Mindset is the set of beliefs and attitudes that shape how you think and approach situations. For example, having a positive mindset helps you overcome challenges more easily.
Such an important word. Next one: persistence.
Persistence means continuing to do something even when it is difficult or takes a long time. For example, learning English requires patience and persistence, but it is absolutely worth it.
Love that one. And our last word today: embrace.
Embrace means to accept something willingly and enthusiastically. For example, try to embrace your mistakes because they are your best teachers.
Three powerful words for your growth mindset journey. Write them down and use them this week.
And that's a wrap for episode 4 of English Vibes.
Thank you so much for listening today. We hope this conversation inspired you to keep going on your English journey no matter where you are right now.
If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more English learners.
And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new episode.
We'll see you in the next one. Keep practicing every single day.
And keep your English vibes going. Bye, everyone.
Bye.